A luxury airport lounge, a long line at security, and a confrontation that no one saw coming. A seemingly poor man in a simple hoodie is singled out by a gate agent who, judging by his attire, assumes he's nothing more than a troublemaker. The agent's racist remarks and quick call for security leave the man looking helpless and humiliated in front of an entire crowd. But just when you think the situation can't get worse, the truth is about to shatter everything. It turns out the man, dismissed and degraded just moments ago, is not who everyone thought he was. He's actually the billionaire boss of the very company that this agent works for. What will happen when the agent realizes who he's just crossed? Stay tuned to see how this shocking twist unfolds and what consequences await for the racist gate agent. You won't believe the power shift that's about to take place. As the security team arrives, the gate agent stands confidently, convinced he's done the right thing. He talks about protocol and how he's just protecting the passengers from what he sees as a potential threat. But his words start to falter as the man, still calm and composed, takes out his phone and makes a quick call. The agent can't help but notice the way the man's demeanor changes when he speaks. There's something commanding about him, a quiet authority that doesn't match the ragged appearance he had moments ago. He hangs up, and a few minutes later, an airport executive appears at the scene. His face pales when he sees the man in the hoodie. The agent's heart skips a beat as he watches the executive bow respectfully to the man, almost in fear. What is going on? Who is this man, and why is everyone suddenly so terrified of him? The gate agent's confidence begins to crumble as the executive, visibly sweating, turns to him with a forced smile. "Do you know who this is?" The words hang in the air, thick with tension. The agent stammers, shaking his head, unsure if he should have taken a different approach. The man in the hoodie watches quietly, his face unreadable, but his presence undeniable. The executive's nervous glance confirms something the agent isn't ready to face. This is no ordinary passenger. Suddenly, the man speaks, his voice low but clear. "I don't need security. I need respect." His words cut through the noise, sending a chill down the agent's spine. It's as if the entire terminal freezes, and for a moment, no one knows how to react. The agent can feel the eyes of every traveler in the room, their whispers building, their judgment sinking in. Behind this moment of confrontation is a larger story, a deeper conflict. The agent's assumptions, the clock ticks louder, and just when it seems like the whole world is about to crash down on the agent, the man lifts his chin, his voice steady but cold. "I don't need your apology. I just want you to remember this moment." The words hang in the air like a warning, a promise of something yet to come. The crowd murmurs, unsure what's next. The agent stands, frozen, unsure whether he's about to face the consequences of his actions, or if the man in the hoodie is simply playing a bigger game. Just as the words leave his mouth, the air shifts again. There's a sudden noise, a muffled sound of footsteps approaching quickly from behind. The crowd's attention snaps toward the entrance of the terminal, where a group of men in suits appears. They're not airport staff. They're too polished, too commanding. The man in the hoodie doesn't flinch, but the agent feels his heart drop. These men aren't here to play games. They move with the precision of people used to power. The executive's face twists in confusion, then terror. "What are you doing here?" He stammers, his voice betraying him. One of the suited men steps forward, his expression as cold as steel. "The boss is ready for his meeting. You've kept him waiting long enough." The executive's eyes widen as the reality of the situation starts to sink in. But before he can speak, the suited men turn their gaze on the agent. "You," one of them says flatly, pointing directly at him. "You've got a problem. You'll need to come with us." The agent's chest tightens. His stomach churns. What's happening? What have they seen that he hasn't? The man in the hoodie steps aside as the suited men approach. His voice is low, but it cuts through the chaos like a blade. This is bigger than you think. Bigger than all of us. A cold sweat forms on the agent's forehead. What is this world he's stepped into? Who is this man really? The stakes have just shot through the roof, and now he's caught in a game that's far beyond his understanding. The suited men, without another word, start to move toward the gate agent. It's clear this isn't just a confrontation about an insult or a misunderstanding. This is something much darker, more dangerous. And the man in the hoodie, the one he thought he'd humiliated, is at the center of it all. The agent is out of his depth. There's no escape. What happens next is anyone's guess, but one thing is for sure. His life will never be the same again. The suited men close in on the agent, and every step they take seems to send his heart racing faster. He's frozen, caught between fear and confusion. And then, as if the air itself decides to break, the final twist comes, just as the agent opens his mouth to speak. A loud, blaring siren cuts through the terminal. The doors slam shut. Security cameras blink off. The lights flicker, and a soft voice over the intercom echoes. A security breach has occurred. All systems are temporarily suspended. Chaos erupts. The suited men move swiftly, disappearing into the shadows. The man in the hoodie turns to leave, but not before giving the agent one last, knowing glance. This is your moment to decide. You can walk away, or face the consequences of your own actions. And just like that, the man in the hoodie vanishes, leaving the agent standing alone, unsure of what he's just witnessed, and what, if anything, he's meant to do about it. As the chaos subsides, the agent stands there, his head spinning, trying to make sense of everything that just happened. The lights flicker back on, the alarms cease, and people start moving again, as if nothing had ever changed. But for the agent, nothing will ever be the same. The executive is gone, swallowed up by the sudden confusion, but the man in the hoodie is too. The suited men have disappeared without a trace. The agent's mind races. Who are they? What did they mean by all that? And most importantly, what did he just walk away from? He glances around at the crowd, now carrying on as if it was just another day at the airport. But the agent knows better. He's seen something real today, something that shakes the very foundations of his understanding. It wasn't just about class, race, or status. It was about power, and how easily it can shift in the blink of an eye. He takes a deep breath, knowing his life won't be the same after this encounter. He was a part of something much bigger than himself, and the choices he made today will haunt him for a long time. The world, he realizes, is far more complicated than he ever imagined. And in that complexity, the most dangerous thing of all is underestimating someone.